What's up with it, y'all? This big boss coming back with a great new video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the giveaway a little bit. And then we are going to get into my new fragrances that are releasing. I have names for them, got release dates, and I can describe to y'all what these fragrances smell like. If you are looking to enter the giveaway, you already know what to do. Drop a like and comment on this video and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I will be informing y'all about the winner on Friday. So I have 3 new fragrances dropping next month. I am very, very, very excited about these fragrances because, as you know, I already had 3 fragrances out there called the Boss, the Stud, and the Job. People really love them fragrances, but I'm gonna be honest, them was my first fragrances and I really wanted to make them perfect. I also wanted to make my bottles more perfect, the boxes more perfect. I wanted my fragrance to smell on par with Dior and Chanel. See, just because I'm from the hood don't mean I don't know what nice things look like. I also buy a lot of fragrances. That's why I do the cologne show. So I really know how fragrances are supposed to smell. Because I never dropped a fragrance before and I didn't know the business behind it, I had to learn as I go. I had to figure out where I was gonna get my oils from, who to trust. I had to get my own capital. I took no loans out. And what I was able to come up with was some 3 fragrances I released earlier. But while those fragrances was in circulation, before I dropped any women fragrances and any more men fragrances, I went and studied for about maybe like 2 years on how to make fragrances smell like Dior and Chanel. And that is what I have finally accomplished with this new rebrand. The new fragrances that you will smell from now on is gonna have the same exact quality as Tom Ford, Creed, Parfum de Marly. You are going to be able to say that Christopher Lee fragrances smells just as good as a $300 fragrance. No more red color, no more blue color. All the fragrances is gonna have natural colors. The bottle is also redesigned. The packaging is also redesigned. The only thing that's really staying the same is my logo. The customer service is even getting better. I got a business phone for anybody that has business questions. But enough of that business talk. Let me tell you about the fragrances because I know that's what you're eager to hear about. The first fragrance I am releasing that's brand new for the men is called Red Fall. Christopher Lee's Red Fall. The top notes have blood orange, bergamot, and pink pepper. Let me describe why I did that, okay? Because this is also a warm, spicy, tobacco, woody, sweet, amber, lavender, cinnamon, ooh, powdery, beautiful fragrance. But the reason why I chose blood orange was because I've always been a fan of the blood orange because of that crimson red flesh. Resembles blood in a way, like especially the juice, okay? I love that sweetness about it, okay? And I also like that when you taste it, it reminds you of a raspberry. And it also kind of smells like a raspberry. So it's like a raspberry citrus smelling fragrance. So instead of you having to grab a raspberry and grab maybe a regular orange, you can get you a blood orange and just have both of them ingredients, which is perfect, especially when you're trying to cut costs with buying these scents. I put the bergamot in there because you know that's the bergamot orange, which is basically a hybrid of a lemon and a bitter orange. So if I want both of them smells, instead of me grabbing the lemon and the bitter orange and trying to figure out the levels of how much I'm supposed to put in each, I would just get the bergamot because it's already a natural fruit that people is growing. And I'm gonna work with that. I also put pink pepper in here as well. Now, pink pepper is inside the cashew family. I do not want y'all to think it's like peppercorn, even though it kind of resembles like a toned down pepper, but think of it as a more nutty, sweet, spicy kind of thing, like peppery, but it's more sweeter as well and nutty. So it's kind of like a nut, a powdery nut, bro. No diddy. But he is a powdery nut, bro. Like, it's great. So like I said, like a peppercorn is also like 3 different notes in one. So with the blood orange with 2 notes, bitter orange with 2 notes, and pink pepper with like 3, it's really like 7 different notes that you kind of can pick up. And also I have green apple and white pear in there as well to add even more sweetness. Middle notes, I got that arg wood. Yep. Orange blossom, the incense notes, the patchouli, the jasmine. So arg wood is just a really good woody smell. Okay. I know people say it's oud. I don't really look at it as it being a lot of oud in there. I was that's based on how earthy it smells because it got this damp smell to it. It's like a wetter type of wood. I can't explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. But this type of wood is richer. Like I said, it's darker. Mixed with that incense notes, it kind of take that real citrus fruity situation I was having in the beginning, and it kind of spreads it out. It kind of just give it a more mature feel to it. So it won't smell real candy like and too fruity as a woman fragrance. It can kind of just tone it down, and all that sweetness kind of get buried under just that earthiness. So it's like a real sweet, earthy tone, right? And then you got that tobacco in the base notes that I added in there. You got that tonka bean, and I also put in some more arg wood inside the base notes. So I added like a higher concentration, like 2 different concentrations of arg wood, like a real light version, and I also had a real dark version too. So it's real woody as well. So it's like a fruity, woody fragrance. It's called Red Fall. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, tobacco, warm, spicy, sexy. That fragrance is great. And guess what? You can pre-order that fragrance today in the description right now. Hands down, it smells good. Let's move on to my next fragrance. Now, this is called Honey Water. Yes, I love that name, man. Honey Water. That's kind of the vibe that I got from this fragrance. When I smelled it, it just smelled really godly. Okay, really, really godly when I was mixing it together. I'm like, this is holy water. But I, being Chris, love the scent of honey. And I like how prominent it is inside this fragrance. So instead of calling it holy water, I'm calling it honey water. Okay, this fragrance is sweet, vanilla, honey. Okay, got that tobacco in there as well. So yeah, it kind of got a little earthiness to it too. Got that lavender and them citrus notes. Now, check this out. The top notes is great. We got lavender. Y'all know how lavender smell. Y'all got the dryer sheets. Y'all got y'all some soap, laundry detergent. Lavender is a staple in almost every Glade plug-in. That's what you get in the beginning. And then you know what I talked about when I said that bergamot, how it's a real orangey, lemony smell. And then you got this citron. Let me tell you about the citron now. Boom. Citron was around before lemon. Okay, it's a real sweet, mild lemon smell, right? But hear me out. Lemon is a hybrid. Okay, like lemon is not natural. Like when God made earth, God did not make lemon. Humans being smart and cross-breeding and cross-genetics, we made lemon. And lemon just became as popular as it is nowadays. But before it was a lemon, there was a citron, you know what I mean? And yeah, so now you know. But this scent has a mild sour smell. See, because there's a mild sour smell, it's easier to blend with other citrus smells like that bergamot that I added in here. I also thought about it as well because bergamot is a hybrid between a lemon and a bitter orange, and the citron is a mild lemon. So you see, I wanted to use the best parts of a lemon, but not the lemon. If you kind of see what I was trying to say, that's kind of the citrus I was trying to get from this fragrance. Then you got that honey, then you got that cinnamon, honey, cinnamon. You can just imagine that. That's just killer by itself. But then I also added some cashmere oil, that musky, that linen smell. So you kind of got to think about it. It's like a floral sour going on at the top. And then think of adding some honey with that floral and then adding some cinnamon. That little concoction is beautiful. But then you add some musk to it to give it like this dry feel, this like this sandy, dry, airy smell, because that citrus is real wet and that floral is kind of airy too. It's kind of dry. And then I added some jasmine in there too. So it's like a lot of dryness added to this real watery citrus fragrance. Also, think about this. Inside the base notes, I put tobacco leaf in there. Fire. You see what I'm doing? I'm really using a lot of this tobacco, but I didn't use just regular tobacco. I didn't go that pure. Kind of just went with the leaves. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go with the whole plant. Also, I put some vanilla in this and some tonka bean. So you know this fragrance has a lot of sweet components and it has a lot of dry components. So it's a real good, sweet, dry fragrance. So you can just imagine when it dries down, you just smelling like a cupcake, just walking around here, smelling real mature, real good. Also, that fragrance is ready to pre-order as well. Okay, in the comments. You can also look inside the description. I'm putting y'all together. I'm putting y'all on. I'm glad y'all even here still watching this video because we about to get into the last one. I know you're excited. Now, help me with the pronunciation because I'm working on my French. But this is called Christopher Lee's For Le Ménage. Okay, that is French for clean. Okay, so this is really translation. For Le Ménage is Christopher Lee's clean. Okay, so think of that name. You know how Blue de Chanel is blue by Chanel. Okay, well, this is clean by Christopher Lee. Like if you just want to smell clean, that's what this for. Okay, so top notes have that citron, it got some bergamot, and it got pepper in it. Okay, so y'all kind of remember all of these fragrances I'm talking about, it you hearing the same notes. So you hear I'm working with the same type of oils. Now look though, these middle notes have ginger, cinnamon, and neroli. So with the cinnamon and that ginger and that pepper, you know you're getting that real spicy, that real up your nose, making you sniff, making you But you know, cinnamon mixed with some good sweet can really go to town and really make everybody understand that this is heaven, right? So what I did was inside the base notes, I added some Chinese black tea. You know, that's dry as well, but it's real oriental smelling as well. So I knew that that black tea would mix real good with that cinnamon, would mix real good with that ginger, would mix real good with that pepper. So it's coming real spicy. I'm trying to tell y'all this is spicy. Then I added some Nabroxen to kind of lift it up a little bit. I added some wood, some lavender. This fragrance right here is clean and it's musky, okay? It's just a ball of musk. If you smell YSLY Le Parfum on the dry down, then this dry down is going to really remind you of that. That's kind of what I was trying to emulate, but wanted to be a tad bit more mature with the spicy. Okay, that's why I really wanted to be in your nose and linger for too long, so I had to add more pepper to that. So that means this fragrance is going to be a real highly projecting fragrance because it will not leave you alone. So this will be a citrus, amber, fresh, and spicy green scent that is going to be long lasting. So, you know, great for the summertime. And, you know, a lot of people be releasing fresh scents that don't last long, but not Big Boss. I had to hit y'all with the hookup, okay? Like I said, all these fragrances will be released on May 13th. This is when these fragrances release, okay? It was one of my family birthdays on the 16th. But yeah, like I said, this is when these gonna release. I'm very proud of these fragrances. Also, the Boss, the Stud, and the Jock would smell totally better than how they used to smell. You still gonna recognize the notes and whatever, but like I said, these are more refined, way more beautiful. They are 2.0 for a reason, okay? I made sure I upgraded it in every single possible category. So if y'all already like them fragrances, you gonna really like them fragrances. And I'm also gonna do a part 2 of this video to talk about my 3 female fragrances that's coming out that's gonna be better than any female fragrances, because you know I know how to make my ladies smell good. All right, so I'm Big Boss. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you watched. I got all my notes right here. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, every pre-order that you pre-order from each one of these fragrances I just told y'all about is costs, and it's actually worth 2 entries inside the Jasada video. So that's like an FYI for my real good, loving supporters out there. Okay, I'm Big Boss. If you like this video, Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. 3 new fragrances: Red Fall, Honey Water, Fully Minaj. It's crazy. I'm excited. Thank you for watching. I'm out.